You are listening to Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. I am your host, Shanel Scott. I'm a psychic medium and energy healer who has been supporting those on a spiritual journey for over a decade. I'm your tour guide into the world of the unknown, showing you that the magic of the universe is at your fingertips. I believe spirituality is simple and fun, and this podcast will make it easily accessible, giving you the real talk on all things divine and spiritual, helping you to step into the flow. Manifesting your dreams because we all deserve to be living our best life. Are you ready for an adventure? Hello, sunshines, and welcome to another episode of Directions from your Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. My name is Shanel Scott. I am your host and your tour guide for this spiritual journey we call life. Always here for a little real talk on all things spiritual and divine. And this one I know is not on time, and I'm not going to apologize because I don't have to apologize for honoring myself and honoring my energy. And I would hope that you also feel the same. I just didn't have it in me earlier this week to record. There was nothing coming up, nothing that needed to be shared. And then when today's topic did pop up, it didn't feel time right. So I waited until it felt good. So it's a few days late, but it'll be better because of that, I promise. So today we're talking distractions, grounding, and recalibration. Do you love how Spirit made me look down? They pulled it, right? This is totally an energy update. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because the energy shifting has really been messing with us all, and we've all had enough. The energy right now is pushing things to the surface that we are no longer able to ignore or avoid, that we need to adjust, heal, evolve from, release and let go. There is this enormous energetic shift that is happening as we move into this age of Aquarius again, this time of hope and enlightenment and innovation, this shift into the heart center in a really deep way, and this move towards peace. And I know you're like, really, Shanel, peace? Because I don't feel so peaceful right now. And I get it, because I'm feeling it too. And it's a lot. It just feels like with every up, there comes more. With every layer, there's yet another. And it's not meant to be pulling us down right now. It's simply meant to be bringing us into a place of deeper awareness so that we can move to the places that we've been asking to go to. This evolution that we are feeling right now is a conscious choice. Let me say that again. It is a conscious choice. It is not an up-leveling of all. We have the choice to up-level or not. We have the choice to raise our vibration or to stay in this low energy or vibration. It is completely our choice. Some will choose to, some will choose not to. The majority will choose to. The majority will move into this new energy and into this evolution. And you will also notice that there is a lot of people exiting right now that just aren't interested in what this energy brings. There will also be a lot of people in your circles right now that are just struggling and needing help. And that is both ends of the spectrum here. This is those that want and those that don't want, because it is the way that it's coming up. It isn't that we have to have big lessons, but there is a lot of energy that's coming to the surface again to be acknowledged. So it may be something that you've already done the healing work around, and it's now that you need to embody the lesson that you were given with that. It isn't about having to experience bad things or heavy things or sad things. It is about experiencing what we need to. And they're really giving me this message of like the bare minimum. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable. They don't want us to have a hard go of things. We choose those things. We totally choose those things. They really want us to move into this evolution, this raised vibration that is so beautiful and peaceful and loving and kind and all those magical things. So yeah, you may be experiencing a lot of feels, a lot of heaviness, a lot of like roller coaster up and down. I think that's what I've been feeling the most, is kind of this like up and down. Like I'll be like, oh, that was the thing. And I did some healing work around it. And I'm like, yes. And then it's like, oh, that just opened something else up. And it's like, oh, just please close the can of worms. I don't want to. That's not true. I totally want to. I am always about the growth and evolution, and I'm probably going to regret saying that, but I totally love the growth and evolution. We should be constantly learning and growing and evolving. That's just the name of the game. We just don't stop and get sedentary. We get to learn new things. We get to learn bigger things. We get to experience more things, and it's incredible. And I'm always here for the journey, and I'm all about it. That's what I do. I take people on a spiritual journey, and it is like such a gift. It's so, so important. So there was like those three things that they wanted to kind of talk about. One is distractions. And this is kind of two-part. Part of distractions is just this piece of getting lost, that we get distracted from the path because it gets heavy. We're not ready for something. We're avoiding, and sometimes we're numbing out, and that's not good at all. But that's part of the distractions. Sometimes the distractions are old paradigms and old belief systems coming to the surface, because we are totally demolishing those right now. That is part of this process, this evolution of energy. So we might feel a lot of things, a lot of stuff coming to the surface, experiencing other people's lessons, ending soul contracts because people aren't joining in on the game, creating new soul contracts because you have this beautiful soul family that wants to evolve with you. There is so much happening. But the distractions are getting in the way. And I totally got scolded the other day on my walk. I put on my earphones, as I normally do when I go to walk the dog. And I put on a podcast that I thought would be, just a nice distraction, because I try not to. My walks are about healing and filling my cup and recalibrating and grounding and earthing and all those things. So I try to be really mindful about what I'm listening to. And the universe was like, could you please turn that off? Actually, it was my spirit guides, not the universe. My spirit guides said, turn it off. We have something to say. And I was like, ooh, okay. And I shut off my podcast and I kept walking with the dog. And I totally got scolded. Like, I totally got scolded by my spirit guides for being distracted and about some of my belief systems that were coming up and getting in the way. And I was told to buckle down. Buckle down. And I loved it. It was totally the message I needed that day. It was totally the message that like my soul needed to hear. And it was like the message was done and the path was busy. It was really busy with other people walking and dogs. So that they're like, you can put it back on now. See ya. And it was the first like couple of minutes of my walk, and that was it. And then I enjoyed the rest of my big long walk with the dog, and it was wonderful. But I just giggled like the whole walk about this thing about getting scolded. So the distractions are a big thing right now. They're getting in the way. So can you take note? Let's just go there. Can you take note of your distractions? Like, I totally know my distractions. I will pick up my phone to distract. I will move tasks to distract. I will clean to distract. Cleaning is one of my coping mechanisms. When I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I need a distraction, when I just need my life to feel organized and clean, it is my coping mechanism, and I totally admit it. And it could be worse, right? I get a really clean house out of the deal. So understanding that, like, what are your distractions? What are the things that you need to clear out of the way? So for example, even this morning, I have a lot of jobs because, side hustles are fantastic and I love them and I love the people I work for. So this morning I sat down and I was like, no, I need to tick them off my list today so that I can get focused and centered and grounded and do the work that I need to do, because my guides told me to buckle down, remember? And I've been buckling down and making time for them every single day. So I went through my one list, went through my other list, got it all done very quickly. My spirit guides even said, go and get a snack because you're going to be hungry. And I ate half of it. I did a channeling session and I ate the other half of it because I was starving afterwards, because that's what channeling does to me. It definitely depletes me a little bit. But again, I took notice. The universe said, hey, do this because you're going to need this. And I went, oh, okay. So instead of creating distractions, things that would distract me while I was trying to work or channel, I removed those distractions before I got started. So yeah, take note, pay attention. So pay attention. Your awareness will begin to show you things. Even down to, they showed me what kind of snack to have because I needed something that was hearty and filling, but nutritious. And it was delicious. But pay attention. What is the universe? What are your spirit guides? What are your energies telling you? What's your body telling you? Your body's so smart. What is it all telling you? What is it all taking you to have awareness around the things that you need to move out of the way to give yourself space to do the things that are important? The other side of that is just noting the things that distract you. It's really easy for me to put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm working, because then it's not a distraction. My watch isn't going off. My computer is not going off because I'm an Apple girl and everything's connected. None of it's going off. I'm not seeing notifications come in. And, if something is important that is going to come through, Spirit lets me know and I make sure that I leave it on. But if I really need to be undisturbed, the universe will also take care of that for me. So, ask yourself, what are those things that you need to remove? I come to my office instead of sitting in the living room. No doggy to distract me, no birds at the feeder, no people walking by, hopefully no husband, no children, interrupting, because I'm in my office. So removing those distractions for yourself. What are the things that are getting in your way? What are the things that are distracting you? How are you removing distractions to create a space that's more centered for you? And sometimes that's even just taking the time to meditate and clear your mind, whether that's journaling or meditating, just doing the things to get you centered and grounded. The other part of this, the message they wanted to share today, was grounding and recalibration. So a few days ago, the channeled message was about turning your face to the sky and taking some deep breaths, feeling the earth under your feet, and recalibrating your energy. Nature is really important in recalibrating our energy right now. That is the natural place for us to be, not inside of all of these homes, these, man-made things. The universe wants us outside in nature. They don't care if it is wet or cold or windy or snowy or hot and sunny or whatever. They want us to be outside in nature. So that could be as simple as standing on a covered porch, whether front or back, or a balcony, where you're away from the elements a little bit, but you're still outside in the fresh air. That might mean going for a walk in nature or in your neighborhood. It might be just opening a window and taking a few deep breaths, if that's all available to you. If you work in a building where you can't run away kind of thing. This recalibration, this grounding energy, this connecting to the earth and to the heavens is so important to our energy this month. If you are not making time to do this, you are going to feel disconnected. You are going to feel heavier. You're going to feel out of sorts. It is so, so, so important to get out in nature in whatever way you can. Park your car the farthest away from the building that you need to go into so that you have to walk and catch some fresh air as you get there. Maybe roll down your car window while you're driving if you're in an area that's not too car congested, so you're not breathing in toxic crap. Whatever it is that you can do to bring that nature. It might be something as simple too as like getting a plant for your office or buying flowers if that feels good for you. However you can bring nature in is just so important to our physical and emotional energy right now. Yeah, they're like, don't go too far into that. There's no need to. It's really about the nature piece of it and to honoring that. So I totally respect and honor the fact that you might not feel like any of this right now, that life just feels really heavy. I will say it every single time I talk. I am a huge, huge advocate of mental health. So please reach out to a mental health provider. There is so many amazing support systems. Here in Canada, we have Star 988 now, which is, it's kind of like 911, but it takes you to a mental health professional. So grateful for that. Amazing. Kudos to whoever came up with that one. That was like needed big time. But huge advocate of mental health. So make sure that you're reaching out to a healthcare provider if you need to, whether it's your family doctor or your therapist, or even just going into an emergency room or calling Star 988. It's so important to take care of ourselves. In that same thread, like, who's your support system? Reach out to the people that help to lift you up. I know who I reach out to when I need assistance in recalibrating my own energy when I can't do it by myself. Someone to talk to, or just someone to be with that shifts my energy. I literally sent my husband a post the other day that says, thank you for making me laugh on days when I didn't even want to smile, because he has that magical ability that even when I'm in a cruddy mood, he somehow makes me laugh. Even this morning, we had a huge laugh because I said something that was ridiculous and he appreciated it completely. And we just howled at each other for like ever. It was amazing. Yeah. So take care of you during this time of energy shift, getting out in nature, making sure that you're eating nurturing foods, making sure that you're getting lots of sleep. I laugh whenever they show me showers because they also want you to cleanse your energy. So don't hesitate to take a shower. They're not showing me baths because they don't want you sitting in it. They want you washing it away. So letting the water wash over you, asking, the universe, your guides, the healers, if you're connected to an angel that you love. Archangel Michael's great for clearing energies. Just ask them to clear away the energies and help you to raise your vibration. But I also encourage you this month to lean into love, and especially into gratitude, because it is a beautiful way to raise our vibration. So just, take a moment, take, a breath and think of, even just one thing that you have gratitude for today. But I encourage you to think of like one for every hour of the day that you're awake. I won't make you think of 24. Come on, but maybe 8 or 15. Come on, you can do that, right? Even just taking a pause once an hour and thinking of something you're grateful for is a really easy way to raise your vibration. So it is a month of shift and change, conscious change. Like I said, you have a choice. You have a choice to wallow in the wallows of the mud and the muck and the low energy. And you also have a choice to raise your vibration each and every day, even if it's only by the slightest, tiniest, itty bittiest bit. So how are you going to move through this month? How will you embrace recalibration and grounding? How will you embrace releasing the distractions? And how will you embrace love? and this beautiful shift into this divine energy that is just so magnificent. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen today. I am always incredibly grateful for you and your presence here with me. So if you can energy exchange with me, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can follow, subscribe, like, comment, leave a review. All those beautiful things mean the world to me, and they only cost you a few moments of your time. And I am eternally grateful every time I see them. I love to engage with my community. Thank you. Thank you for being here on my spiritual journey and for allowing me to be your spiritual tour guide, because that is an incredible gift in itself. Thank you. Lots coming up. It always feels like so much. Divine Map community always has a lot going on. New monthly calendar is coming out today for that. The newsletter is going to drop as well in the next day or two. And then on March 8th, there's Yoga Nidra in person and on Zoom. It's always pay what you can. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, March 8th. As well, on Friday, March 8th, in person only. Sorry for my Zoom friends. I am doing an energy healing session. It is a group session, max 10 people. I will be taking you to the beautiful Crystal Cave for some removing of blocks and activating energies to move you into someplace new. It is my new favorite healing session. Everyone that comes gets notes on what I received during the healing session for you. And that again is Friday, March 8th, and that one is at 8:30 p.m. in person only. If you're looking for more information on all that I do, please check out my website at fromtheheartandsoul.com. Thank you. I love that you're here with me today. Thank you. Thank you. From my heart and soul to yours. Until the next time. Bye now.